What's up, guys? Lightweight Baby here with a new video. Actually, my very first video on YouTube. I just thought, hey, let's just put up some videos of my off-season training on YouTube. Why not? Basically, I last competed, I believe, in February in powerlifting, actually in equipped powerlifting. And ever since then, I have taken it pretty chill. Trying to really focus on hypertrophy, trying to really push muscle growth and not really going that heavy. It was all about volume. But yeah, now for a couple of weeks, I picked up the intensity and tried pushing more. Weights are adding up now, and I'm also trying to push my body to new limits. And I thought, yeah, maybe it was fun to bring you guys along. And here we are. Today's training basically consisted of deadlifts, sumo deadlifts. I paused them, right? Or I tried pausing them as close to the floor as possible to make the lift even harder, to increase the technical gains, actually, not so much the muscular gains. This is really all about focusing and trying to really get into that starting position and holding that perfect or ideal starting position, especially for sumo pulling. It is really important to be technically sound. For my back offs, I did 195 for 3x5, pretty chill. Nothing too fancy. Put on my straps again because my thumbs were actually hurting from hook grip. Recently, my gym got 2 new ATX powerlifting comp bars, and so they were still kind of new or rough, at least the knurling was, and my thumbs were hurting, so yeah. I guess I had to pussy out with the straps. Nonetheless, back offs moved well. It was really nothing too fancy. I tried focusing on the exact same things and really tried keeping the composure and the stability and the focus of the floor. This is a thing that has cost me deadlifts in the beginning of my lifting career, I guess. Is a bit weird to say because it's not really a career because I'm not really that good. But yeah, you guys know what I mean. Basically, a couple of years back, I would deadlift. It doesn't matter if I deadlift sumo or conventional. The starting position will still make or break your lift. I would say probably for sumo even more than for conventional, because for conventional you have that grindy factor. But how many of you guys have seen grindy sumo deadlifts? They're almost non-existent. Why? Because it's pretty tough to keep your balance and try producing force, because the weight of your body is shifting quite a bit because of your wider stance. So yeah, has cost me quite a bit of gains, I guess, in the first few years. Trying really to focus on that now and getting better at it. Let's move on to the next exercise, which is weighted dips. I've never done them really until recently. They are a funky exercise in my opinion, or I'm not really good at them yet at least. However, they're pretty fun and they're something different from all the benching and all the usual stuff you would do. And I mean, to be honest, they have been pretty hyped in the recent months by some prominent powerlifters like SSJ Bob, you might know him, great powerlifter. So I thought, hey, let's give it a try. Let's try it out how this to do dips, weighted dips. And I believe this is the third block I'm doing them now. So I'm usually training in blocks, so to say, as of I'm basically training by the progressive overload principle, trying to increase weights each week or each training session. But after a couple of training sessions, your body will run into a wall, and you might notice that you're very fatigued, that your nervous system is very fatigued. You're fatigued throughout the day, you're fatigued in the gym, you don't really have the power, the snap, this like aggression in you. And that is really when your body tells you, hey, we need deload. And for the past few years, I've not really implemented a deload. Only since I moved here, I have started to use one. Originally every 6 weeks, but now I put it down to every 3 weeks. So or every 4 weeks. So I'm basically now training 3 weeks on, 1 week off. 1 week off meaning I'm deloading, so basically just cutting one set in each exercise and taking off 10-12% of weight within each exercise to really reduce the fatigue and the tension and the overall load that is distributed on each muscle throughout the week. I worked my way up today to 55 kg in extra weight, which is a new PR, or I think it is a new PR, which made me pretty happy. That was pretty cool. Also, my deadlifts were, I believe, at PR because I never really tried pushing the pause deadlifts since I always just used them on my secondary deadlift day just to assist my main deadlift for technical support. So yeah, we're two for two in PRs for the exercises for today. I'm really trying to push as much as I can right now, and I did 45 kgs. So what is that, like 100 pounds ish for back offs? That was pretty good to be me. Did like two back off sets with 45, and then I swapped to just a 20 kilo plate just to pump the triceps out and just to get some blood flow in, and also get some blood flow in my chest. Look pretty buff right there, not gonna lie, but overall pretty happy with the training session so far. And if some of you guys right now that are watching are maybe doing calisthenics, please don't hate me. Please don't hate my form. I know it's probably not something that would pass in a, what do you call it? Calisthenics comp? Can you even call it that? I don't know. I just know that here in Germany there's a comp that's called Final Rep, I believe. And basically you do muscle ups with max weight. You can do pull-ups with additional weight, squats, and maybe deadlifts? I'm not sure. I think it's 4 exercises though. So what do we say? Dips, muscle up, pull-ups, and squats. No, I think that's it. These 4 exercises are in there. And yeah, not really on that level yet, because I believe the world record is somewhere around 195. So someone did actually a dip of 195 kilos. I don't even know how to stack that shit between my legs. That is impossible. That is insane. So now we're jumping into the next exercise, which is something that I put in for stability reasons actually. And it's the single leg RDLs, so Romanian deadlifts. I'm using that exercise really to increase the foot stability and also work my hamstring and my lower back to be in a tight position and to grow accustomed to the tension there. What I'm trying to aim for is for it to help my squat. And as you noticed probably, I'm not training like, hey, I'll start with deadlifts and then I'll just do back training. I just mix up my exercises and distribute them throughout the week so that I basically have 1 or 2 main lifts per training session. So with main lifts, I mean squat, bench, or deadlift. 1 or 2 of them per training session and some accessories around that, but really mostly a distributed sample of accessory exercises such as cable rows right now for my upper back, where I'm really trying to build the upper back and get a good squeeze in with my scapula, because the rhomboids are honestly, like from a bodybuilding perspective, I think my rhomboids are really lacking. Could have more lats, but it's okay. But my rhomboids, so my upper back, the inside of my upper back, they're really lacking. So I'm trying to use this exercise to build up that, but also obviously build up some more lats and build up some more density in the back. Not gifted with the greatest back genetics, but we're working on that. What is his name? The father of Baki Hanma? Yujiro Hanma? Working on that Yujiro Hanma demon back. That is something, though. Not really quite there. After the cable rows, I went in and did some more back work and this time it was back of the shoulder, like rear delts. We hit the pec deck flies. Pretty nice machine. You're really trying to sit back and lean forward and have an additional angle on the rear delts, trying to hit it maximally. And I know a lot of people try and keep their arms as straight as possible, and I think my arms look actually pretty straight, but they're really not. I try and slightly bend them to get more tension, or it gives me at least more tension on my rear delts. I guess you should always do what feels best for you. In that case, it was that kind of execution of the exercise. And I know the angles are not the greatest, because really I do need that tripod. It's kind of annoying to get one, because then I feel like a freaking influencer when really I'm not, just trying to get my training in. And it was really weird, I have to say, to put up the camera everywhere and try and film my sets. I guess gotta get through that. We switched to core. For core, I hit the Chinese side bends for my obliques and side core, so to say, for 3 sets, I believe, of 10 to 15 reps, followed with my dead bugs, a superset with dead bugs actually, also there 10 to 12 reps. And really, I take it seriously to finish the workouts with core, because the core is, as Dave Tate said from Elite FTS, don't know guys if you know that channel, but Dave Tate really explained in one video how important the core is for the transition of force that you're producing into the ground, let's say in a squat or a deadlift, not really in a bench, because I guess you could say that you're producing force with your leg drive on bench too, but mostly I think he meant it for the other two main lifts. The core is really a transition point where the force has to go through, and if the core that one has is fairly wobbly, like a marshmallow for example, then the force will get lost in that marshmallow. So you really want to have that stiffness, the stability in the core to remain in a good position throughout the lift and push through and really get the most of the force you're producing, and not actually only have, say, 70% or 50% of it transitioning. Then you might fold and some other mishaps will happen. I don't know, maybe you guys know that some people just like start falling over, start bending over and trying and getting almost guillotined. That could be a weak core. Yeah, I think that was it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in, and have a good one. All the love, all the power.